Hello my friends, how you all doing today? Hope you're all doing well. I'm Tony aka TTBurger 8, bringing you more videos here on my channel on YouTube. And we all know the Christmas season is upon us once again here. And since we're coming to the end of the year here, I haven't done a video like this in a while. I'm going to be giving you another best games and worst game list here of the year. I haven't done one of these since 2017, and because there weren't that many games to talk about and stuff like that I liked or so and stuff, so I didn't think that it was fair to just make one list. But that year that changes here. And I'm going to bring you all my worst games of 2021 and best games of 2021 here. We're going to start off here with the worst games here of the year 2021. And before I get started here, I want to give a shout out to everybody who's been supporting the channel and everything. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. If it weren't for you, this channel would not be as big as it is today. And I hope you're all having a happy holiday as well. But we have a lot to talk about here. We have 10 games here we're going to talk about, ranging from number 1 to number 10. We're going to go from 1 to 10. 1 being at the bottom and 10 being the top best or top worst there. And we have a lot to talk about here for this video with my worst games of the year 2021. So let's get started here, and here we go. Number 1, Taxi Chaos. Yeah, a game that just came out of nowhere and stuff, and we didn't know what to expect. And the thing is, there's that, like, Taxi Chaos is like Crazy Taxi, but not as fun and enjoyable, and doesn't have nowhere near as good gameplay as Crazy Taxi 2 was and stuff. Here we have a boring, bland taxi game that tries way too hard to be like Crazy Taxi, and it fails miserably because the fun factor isn't there. You're just basically going from point A to point B. It doesn't have like the cool ass personality, the characteristic style that Crazy Taxi had. Especially when you have multiple characters to choose from. Here you just have one character, and you just driving you around and stuff. It just isn't really worth it. This game's supposed to be the successor to Crazy Taxi, and this game feels watered down. It's like a watered down version of Crazy Taxi, and this game came out for the current gen consoles and stuff at the time. Just really it's not even worth it and stuff. If you want a game with taxis like that, go play Crazy Taxi and Crazy Taxi 2. Hell, even Crazy Taxi 3 High was on the Xbox, which is a compilation of the two games. On the Xbox is better than this. Or just go play the taxi missions in the Grand Theft Auto games and stuff like that if you want a game with even taxis and stuff, because Taxi Chaos just isn't worth your time or money. Number 2, Battlefield 2042. Another Battlefield game that they're milking the franchise over and over, and it's a game that just feels rushed out the door. And the game was heavily rushed, leading to a horrible state of play with many glitches and problems and stuff like that. And even the beta was in a broken state too and stuff. And there's so many problems with it and stuff like that. Like if you see like animations like of a gun not firing, or like controlling vehicles even before you fully enter them or so. And there's no single player campaign at all, to be exact. And it's just like that's just weird. Like how I know the last few Battlefield games, like Battlefield Bad Company and stuff, have had a single player campaign to manage other people who didn't like multiplayer and stuff. But here it's just we got a drab online game which is like multiplayer only, and the setting has just been done to death so much it's not even funny. And just Battlefield, it just needs to go. The Battlefield series went downhill ever since Battlefield 3 came out, and the series got worse and worse over time. For sure, Battlefield Bad Company 2 was a good game, not as good as Battlefield, the regular Battlefield Bad Company, which was open world and stuff like that. But just Battlefield will never be the same again without another Bad Company game. Just Battlefield is just long lived to stay, and they need to put the series to rest for good. And that's just my opinion. There is what I'm saying. Number 3, Cooking Mama Cookstar. Yeah, I never really talked about the Cooking Mama games like that, and that's just because I never bothered to even really get into them and stuff, because we already had games like Order Up on the PS3 and stuff. I really didn't really care to get into Cooking Mama and stuff like that and such. And Cooking Mama Cookstar is very repetitive and bland, and just doesn't really work all that well and stuff like that. The game was on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4, and the game just fails on both platforms like that. And like you make recipes and stuff like that, and the game is very unforgiving to where like if you fail one section or so like that, you pretty much mess up the whole recipe and stuff, and just like it's very monotonous and boring. I've played cooking sims like Order Up, which was fun and entertaining. This is not that at all, because it is just yeah, and just. And it was the first game that wasn't released for Nintendo Switch or so like that. First, that's not Nintendo exclusive there. But even then, they could at least tried better here. It's almost like they rushed this out the door to compete with the PlayStation 4 and stuff too. And it shows there too. It tries way too hard to be an all-around family-friendly game, but it fails at that too. And just don't even bother with it. It's stupid and just boring. And just there are better games that you can play all around, so just don't play them. Just don't play this game. Just avoid it. Go play Order Up on the PS3 and Nintendo Wii if you want a cooking game and stuff. Number 4, Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance. The first Dungeons & Dragons game to be released in a long time. And what we got here is a game that looks outdated, half-assed, and just a game that has a lot of bugs and glitches and just broken combat and gameplay and everything. And this game is classified as an action role-playing game, and usually action role-playing games have plots and stuff to move the story along and the game along. Well, the problem is there's no plot at all in this game, and it just makes it seem like it's just go just do this and that, not even saying anything whatsoever. You got a broken upgrade system and atrocious AI, which is probably one of the worst AI I feel like you've ever seen in the game, and broken gameplay multiplayer and stuff like that, and just a lot of bugs and glitches, and this is running on the Unreal 4 engine and stuff. And this game looks like it could have been done on the PlayStation 2 or something like that or so. And hell, it almost makes our freaking Xbox 360 seem like a masterpiece compared to this pile of junk because of how many bugs and glitches there is in this game. And just it's like they just rushed this out the door. It's like they just say, "Oh look, we made a Dungeons & Dragons game. Here you go, people. This is what you get. Who you've been waiting so long for and stuff." And just not fun at all in the slightest. Let's move on here. Number 5, Halo Infinite. Really? Another Halo game? How many Halo games are they going to release here? It's like, seriously, we already got the first 3 Halos, then we got Halo 3 ODST, Halo 4, Halo Reach, the broken Master Chief Collection, and Halo 5 Guardians stuff. Like, how many more Halo games are they going to release? I mean, God. I never really cared for Halo that much because Halo 1 was probably my favorite Halo game and probably the best one. Didn't really care about the other ones after that. But still, like, come on, we didn't think it was going to be this absurd with these many Halo games. Like, look at Killzone. Look at the Killzone franchise. They stopped after Killzone Shadowfall, and that was a great way to end it. Even though the game wasn't that great, but still, they knew when to stop. But Halo, they just keep going over, just keep pushing it over and over and over. It's like, come on, people, enough with this already. It's the same thing over and over again. Master Chief has to do this. Master Chief has to stop this. Got Cortana in it and all that stuff. That's just enough there, okay? Enough with Halo. The series needs to die, and that's simple as that there. Can we say move on? Yeah, because I have nothing else to say about this. Because Halo Infinite, don't even bother. It sucks. End of story. Number 6, Destruction All Stars. PlayStation 5 exclusive. Now, Destruction All-Stars is a modern vehicular combat game. Nowhere near as fun as games like Twisted Metal or Vigilante 8 or whatever vehicular combat games they have out there stuff and more. This game is just an overpriced game at $70 with not much content in it, lots of DLC content and all that stuff, and just it's a game that lacks content. You're buying it for full price and stuff, and of course there's real microtransactions and loot boxes all around. I just seriously couldn't believe they released the game in this state because, like, it looks interesting, but still, why the hell would I want to play a game that has any content in it? I'm paying $70 for it, which is a ridiculous price to begin with, if you ask me. So, I like the art style and stuff, but it's not really worth $60 or $70 or so, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, not worth it. Number 7, Aliens Fireteam Elite. Another generic squad-based Aliens game after the awful fucking Aliens Play Marines and stuff like that. It's like, why do we even need another Aliens game? Like, Alien Isolation was already fun and stuff like that. And so you'd think that they would improve in that. But that wasn't the case at all. It's just basically a squad-based game where, yeah, that's just basically just not just like you compare it to other Aliens games like that, like Aliens Nation, Alien Trilogy, and Alien Resurrection on the PlayStation, stuff like that. This game really just falls flat, and you just play as, and just the main character is just very generic and stuff like that, and just not even worth it, because you know you have better games in the Alien franchise than this. So just avoid it. Number 8, Back for Blood, and basically is like the successor to Left 4 Dead. And I never really cared for Left 4 Dead. I thought it was cliche, cookie cutter, killing zombies and all that stuff and everything. And here we got that, but it's just for like the next gen consoles and stuff like that. And it's basically online. It's basically online only, stuff like that, which is a big problem because I don't like playing multiplayer only games. And in fact, like Left 4 Dead was already not that fun to begin with, and here they decided to do something else. We're calling the Left 4 Dead is Back for Blood, like, oh, you're out for revenge for being Left 4 Dead or something like that. I mean, that's just weird there, though, in the slightest. I mean, I know people like this game, and people like because you can kill zombies like that, and people like playing online. But this game wasn't for me at all, and I just feel like that you can do better games out there than this, especially games with zombies in them and stuff. Number 9, Call of Duty Vanguard. Yeah, Call of Duty Vanguard. Another Call of Duty game, and seriously, how many of them have they made here? Call of Duty, World War II, Call of Duty this or that, Call of Duty, I don't know, Call of Duty, futuristic warfare and all that stuff like that. I mean, come on, people, this is ridiculous here. And this game shares a lot of problems with Battlefield 5. Historically inaccurate and stuff like that, and just no destructible environment, stuff like that. You can't really destroy stuff, and a lot of boring missions there. The same thing over and over, stuff like that. It's like the same thing, just wasting money just to play a watered down single player campaign in a different setting, mainly just for the multiplayer and all that stuff and everything. It's just like, come on, people, enough of the Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty was fun at first when we had the World War II games like Call of Duty Finest Hour, Big Red 1, Call of Duty 3, which is my favorite Call of Duty game of all time, and Modern Warfare and World of War were fun too, but after that, everything after that just been a joke, a disaster. I mean, why do they continue to keep milking these games out when it's not even worth it to be doing this? I mean, come on, people, get with the times here. You don't need to be having this game having these same games over and over again to where it becomes a freaking cash cow, and just like, I don't know how many Call of Duty games they're gonna keep making here, but really, this is a joke here. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, what are we gonna do next? Some Call of Duty robots where you play as a robot or something like that, or Call of Duty car where you're just shooting people through a car? I mean, come on, this is just ridiculous here, and I'm tired of seeing all these Call of Duty games. I mean, there's better games out there than Call of Duty, and that franchise needs to die. Now, before we get started here, we're down to the final game here on the worst games list. Before I start, may I have a drum roll, please? Are you deaf? May I have a drum roll, please? Where's my drum roll? May I have a drum roll, please? Wake up! May I have a drum roll? What are you waiting for? I said I may have a drum roll. Get to it. Thank you. I hope you'll get it right next time, okay? Ay. Now, on to number 10. Grand Theft Auto, the definitive trilogy. Oh my god, yes. An HD remaster is the top worst game on the list. You're probably wondering how is that the case? I'm not even a big fan of like HD remaster at that. Well, the thing is, I like them when they're done right, like the Yakuza Remaster Collection and all that stuff, or the Mass Effect Legendary Edition or something like that. This series here was real with so many bugs and glitches, rushed out the door, and I don't care if they fix the problems or not. This game was terrible in so many ways. To ways to like, if people are such wondering, how could they fuck these games up so badly? It was almost as bad as the Silent Hill HD collection that they released back in the year 2012, with how many glitches those were and stuff. And here, like, it's just, we got many problems with like big ass balloon heads and graphics that looked up that have glitches like rain going through buildings and just rain looking all white and just vehicle problems, all that stuff. I don't give a shit if they fix them. I don't give a shit. the game should not have been released like this. And people are saying, well, how are modern gamers going to like experience this game? Still, I'd rather play the PS2 versions of that. At least those didn't have problems and Karen everyone did them. Here they just really fucked these up so badly. They really fucked them up. And I don't even understand like how they could be released in such an unfinished state there. I mean, sure, they're fixing it with patches and stuff and updates, but this game should have been fixed from the start. They shouldn't have had these problems there. So I don't know what the heck they were doing. It was just another cash cow to get rushed up for the holiday season, and it shows there too. Shows it too. I mean, there's a long list of problems I can mention here, but we don't really have a lot of time to mention them all. All I can say is that like Grand Theft Auto, the definitive trilogy is just terrible by so many ways. And I know I'm being kind of biased on like HD remastered with that, but here, this shows how to not make an HD remaster. It's almost as bad as the Sound HD collection. I think it's probably even worse than the Sound HD collection there. So, why they do this, I don't know, but just don't bother. I recommend Saints Row 2 and the other Saints Row games over this garbage called the definitive trilogy. So don't even bother there at all. That's all I'm saying. And that's it for my worst games of the year 2021 list. Stay tuned for the next part. I'm going to give you all the best games of the year 2021 list. And before I end this here, credit goes, I don't own this footage here. Credit goes to all the YouTubers I mentioned here in the video set that, like in the lower third graphic effect there. So credit goes to all you guys. Keep up the good work, you guys are awesome, and I look forward to more content you guys have on your channel for sure. Stay tuned for the next part when we take a look at my best games of the year 2021. There's a lot more coming. All I can say is Tony, peace now, see you all in the next part.